Hello, this is Soyoung and Happy New Year! If refreshing your portfolio is on your bucket list this year, this video is for you. Today I want to walk you through my own portfolio, and just to be super honest, it's not 100% finished yet. But I know a lot of you just wanted to check it out anyway even before it's fully ready. So hopefully this helps you feel a little less overwhelmed and a little more confident about starting or updating your own portfolio. As designers, portfolio is one of the powerful ways to tell your story and shape your future. It gives people a glimpse about who you are and how you work, how you design with other people, and it can be open doors to your next journey, whether it is your dream job or your freelance opportunities. So before you start building your own portfolio, I would highly recommend to go out and see how other designers present their work in their portfolio site. This is not to copy them, but just to get a sense of what's out there. When we design products, we often do competitor research and do research on how other companies are doing on their website. It's similar like that. You can search on LinkedIn and find designers that you admire and check their portfolio from there, or you can solely go into the designer's portfolio website like Hofolios or Behance, which creates a portfolio from designers around the world. It's a great place to see how other designers present their work and see what's possible or not. And also, I would highly recommend to look for a portfolio in the industry or roles that you're interested in and start identifying which kind of projects that you want to showcase. And once you're clear on that, everything else becomes more easier. And one of the questions that you might ask is, what platform should you use? And there's so many platforms that you can choose from. When I first started, I used a platform called SquareSpace, and the reason why I use SquareSpace is because it's very beginner friendly and they require no coding. Also, there's tons of templates that you can choose from, so it's a solid option if you want something simple and fast. But as a product designer, I wanted to add some more custom code and wanted to add some more interactions onto my website, so I eventually moved to this platform called Framer. Now, what I love about Framer is that it allows me to add some motion and also interaction, and I can also customize things further with code if I want to. That said, Framer isn't like the easiest one or the cheapest one that you can choose from. If you're not comfortable with code, then they do offer templates that you can start from. So let me walk you through my site. I am typing my website here on my laptop. So when you first land on my homepage, you will notice some kind of like interaction. I wanted to create some strong first impression and add a sense of like playfulness. So you can drag elements around, which makes the experience more engaging. And because we're visual people, things like motions or GIF or photography instantly grab attention rather than just words. So I would say small interaction can make a really big difference. And so at the top of my site, I give short introductions about myself so people can quickly get a sense of who I am. If you're early in your career, you can also use this place to highlight what kind of design that you're interested in. You can also share about a sentence about how you think about design or what excites you, or even your personal design philosophy or mindset here. One important thing to remember here is attention spans are really short. Realistically, recruiters and hiring manager may spend less than 5 minutes on your portfolio, so make sure your strongest work is at the top, and then your site is easy to navigate. So scrolling down, I listed the companies and clients that I've worked with, and I also organized my project starting with like the most recent one and most important one also. Some projects are logged due to the NDA restrictions, and that's totally fine. I usually recommend having about 2 to 3 really strong projects. So what I care the most on my homepage is that making sure that I have some projects lined up and make sure that there's a clear title, a short descriptions below, and some strong thumbnail photos that grab some attention. And remember, your homepage is just a face of your portfolio, so at a glance, people should be able to understand who you are, your personality, where you're based at, and what kind of work you specialize in. And if you go a little up, then there is a CTA that says Get to Know Me, and it takes you to my About page. So if you go into my About page, here guests can download my resume, and also it links out to LinkedIn because recruiters often check LinkedIn, so I added my LinkedIn link as a main CTA here. Below that, I added my profile photo of myself. That's actually my wedding photo, but I don't have a strong profile photo yet. I should be taking one shortly. But I also included some short personal story beyond my work here, my status, and also I talk about walking my dog to Discovery Park, doing some CrossFit as my hobby, and growing up in 4 different countries. Some kind of like interesting facts about myself, and I make sure it's very simple and makes it more human. So let's go into inside of my project. So when you go to my homepage again and open one of my projects here, I try to make things really clear here. So below the title here, I usually start by sharing who the client or company was and what the project was about and who I worked with, and I also explain about my role honestly, and if there's anything that needs context, I'll add some short disclaimers so nothing feels confusing or overstated. And as you get to the end of the project, I like to pause and reflect. So I share what I've learned, what challenged me, and how this experience helped me to grow. I also add links to the next and previous projects so you can naturally keep exploring without hitting the dead end. Design-wise, I'm pretty intentional about the consistency here. So in this Framer workspace, I want to show you how I keep the same grid, spacing, and layout throughout the portfolio. So the work feels pretty calm, cohesive, and easy to focus on. And one thing that I wanted to add is I used to have a really long text in my portfolio, and I realized that no one's read it, so I delete some of the parts and focus on the motions and images that I have for the projects. I also have a studio sections on my website, which is more playful than the work areas. That's where I put some smaller projects, my hackathon projects, some school works, and some panel discussions here. And they're not full case studies, but they show how I think, what I'm curious about, and the range of the things that I like to explore here. I hope this video helped you to take a deep breath, start working on your portfolio, trust your own abilities, and give yourself the permission to take new challenges. And just to note that this is just my story and this is not a perfect portfolio guidance. So feel free to hear my story, but now it's your time. Your portfolio doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to honestly show you how you work and how you design with other people and the story that you want to tell. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, just please feel free to comment it below this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
why, yeah. Curses, why, yeah. Curses, why, yeah.